Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and keep this video. I like her. Let's go start now. Why Warriors should shut down Stephen Curry if they lose Game 4. The Golden State Warriors are in deep trouble. Jimmy Butler and Co. entered the Chase Center on Saturday with one goal: to win and take a lead in the series. The Dubs have already suffered a massive setback in this second-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, as they lost their franchise player, Stephen Curry, in Game 1. The Warriors' point guard suffered a hamstring sprain in the first game, which the Dubs were able to close out without Curry. However, they are left massively exposed in the second game as the Wolves ran riot and dominated them, drawing the series back to level terms. So the question before the third game remained the same: how will the Warriors manage without Curry? Well, they started off strong as Jimmy Butler entered the game with the energy many expected him to bring on the floor in Steph's absence. Playoff Jimmy went off and finished the night with 33 points, along with 7 rebounds and 7 assists. He got some much-needed help from revitalized Jonathan Kuminga, who exploded for 30 points. However, despite putting up a commendable performance, the Warriors still fell agonizingly close as Minnesota took a crucial 2-1 lead in the series with a 102-97 win. The Dubs now find themselves in hot water as they are now in a 1-game deficit with Curry's return still at least 2 games away. Amid this, there has been a huge admission by Warriors HC Steve Kerr, the Golden State head coach, after back-to-back losses without Curry, reflected upon the game, pointing out a problem. Steve Kerr said in hindsight he would have loved to have gotten Jimmy Butler a few more minutes of rest. But without Steph Curry, Kerr has to weigh the risk of any minutes without Jimmy on floor. Kerr says Jimmy wants to play 48 minutes, and he probably has to protect Jimmy. ESPN's Young Misuk reported. According to the reporter, Kerr and Jimmy are not on the same page right now regarding rest time. The 35-year-old self-proclaimed Robin is not getting enough rest due to Batman being out of the picture. This indicates that Jimmy Butler and Steve Kerr are not seeing eye to eye after the loss. Moreover, the game could have ended up with the Warriors had Butler gotten a bit more time on the floor. While Jimmy Buckets finished the night as arguably Golden State's best player, he could have done more with just a bit more rest. However, with Stephen Curry being in the stands, Steve Kerr did not have the luxury to risk playing Jimmy for much longer and had to field a starting 5 without Butler on the court. That's worrisome news for the Warriors as they gear up for Game 4. Meanwhile, the team's locker room has been given a wake-up call. Steve Kerr provides the Warriors with a reality check before Game 4. The Golden State Warriors showed massive improvement in Game 3 against the Minnesota Timberwolves after being humiliated by Anthony Edwards and Co. in Game 2. Jimmy Butler was the hero on the night despite the defeat, but there were other bright spots as well. Jonathan Kuminga's stunning performance was one of them, with Buddy Hield, Draymond Green, and even Brandon Podziemski extending a helping hand. However, their head coach, Steve Kerr, believes that his team should expect themselves to emulate these performances in Game 4. The Warriors HC gave his players a reality check, as reported by ESPN's Young Misuk. Steve Kerr said from his experience not to expect Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga to go for a combined 63 points again due to Minnesota making adjustments. But he does think other players will step up. Indeed, Kerr is speaking from a position of experience. The Timberwolves are not a team that will sit back and get complacent. Instead, they will head back to the drawing board despite the win to rectify any mistakes that caused Kuminga and Butler to rack up 63 points against them on Saturday.